I'm going to show you a number of Xiangqi sets. That's the form of chess played in China. It's also known as Chinese chess. I've got quite a few sets here to show you, and I think you'll find them very interesting. Let's start out with this one here. This is what would have been a typical set maybe about 20 or 30 years ago. It's very basic. It comes with a fold-out mat. The pieces are very clear. They're a large size. It's actually hard to find sets like this nowadays, but there are some other very good sets that are taking its place. The pieces, you can see how they set up on the mat right here. Personally, I prefer to use pieces this large with a board. I've got a very nice one right here. This is convenient because it joins by pegs like this. Oh, it's a, let me show you the correct side here. It's a Go board on the other side. This side is Chinese chessboard. And you see this is very nice surface for pieces like this. By the way, if you want more information about Chinese chess, you want to learn how to play it, just go to ancientchess.com and it's all the information you would need right there. But if you are interested in sets, you'll probably want to see that there's a great number of sets available. These are big block Chinese characters here. Very clear, very nice size. Personally, I would love to play on a set like this anytime. But let me show you some more that are also quite nice and quite standard for play. More recently, I'll show you some more exotic ones later, but first of all, let's just show you some basic ones. This is a typical for regular play. You can see that it folds and it's got these nice gold lines in it. Very pleasant. This is the size of the pieces. Very pleasant for playing. And I've got a number that are along this same line. This one is a little bit larger, and you can see that the pieces are larger as well. Compare. Yeah, quite a bit larger, really, when you look at them side by side. This one is played on a board which is inlaid. You see that? Inlaid. And I like the way these dots are put in to mark the cannon and pawn places. They're not exactly symmetrical, which gives the whole thing a kind of handcrafted feel. It's very nice. Inlaid, solid urea plastic pieces. It's kind of stuff that like high quality dominoes are made out of. Very, very pleasant to touch. A very similar set, but this one does not have the inlay. It's also a very nice thing. These are grooved in lines. I think they're burned in. They're black, and you can feel that they're grooves here actually. The pieces are very much the same as the last ones I showed, and they just set on the board like this and play normally. And go on to some more sets. I'm just showing you these basic ones first of all because I want you to get a sense of the standard things that are available. These ones are the same size as these. You can see the board is the same size. This one is a solid board. It's not folding, that is, and they come out in a drawer like that. Same idea. This one is not grooved like that other board, but the board is printed on top of this wood grain surface. So, okay, there's some basic ones. Let me show you something a little more exotic. This is a novel concept. You can see it's a modern set. You hear that? It's a modern set. It's so shiny and plastic and clear plastic. This is actually a magnetic set, but although it's so modern, what's special about this set is that it has the ancient seal script, the ancient script of Chinese characters. So here's a pawn, for instance. Let's see, what else can I show you that's especially interesting? Let's see, I believe that would be the elephant from one of the sides, the red side. Here's the elephant from the green side. Horse. Oh, here's a chariot. And if you're not so familiar with a Chinese character, you can see how this looks like a chariot as seen from above. has the image of a cart with a wheel on each side. Anyway, very nice set. And as I was saying, it's actually magnetic. These guys stick to this board. Whoops, that was the wrong side. They have this felted side on the back, and they stick to this board very nicely. Anyway, super set. The form of the pieces are made to look like stone, but they're actually solid plastic with just the magnet placed in. Very nicely made set. An interesting mixture of modern creation with ancient format. And probably even most Chinese people have never seen a set like this with ancient seal script. The seal script is usually used in seals, you know, not the animal, but the you know, signature stamp that people use and other official documents. But it's actually very archaic. Okay, this is very interesting. Now, you see regular Xiangqi set, but look inside, Western style pieces. What are they doing there? Well, you know, this is to help people who are not familiar with Chinese chess play the game without too much confusion. And you see king, knight, bishop, of course, is the elephant. You have to learn the correct moves, but it's not too hard. Now they've got a little adaptation here. This is a cannon. You see it's made out of a pawn with a gun barrel stuck into it. That's how the cannon is created in this set. And then there's a special piece for the king's assistant here. And there you go. It's just like a pawn that's had his top flattened off. And that very easily conveys the concept of this little guy who helps the king. And of course pawns are pawns like this. So, very nice set. It's handsome, small. You see, these are, you know, not standard size pieces, but very nice and very useful if somebody's just learning the game and wants a little bit of help with the language barrier. Okay, let's see what else I've got for you here. Where does this piece go? There it goes. Come on in, you guys. A few more sets. Oh, basic. There you go. These sets are cheap, but they're actually very nice. They're very useful for playing. I mean, this is, you know, it's certainly large enough for you know, to really see what you're doing and play a very clear and good game. Neat thing about this set is that it, besides being magnetic, being clear and easy to use, it's also reversible. Ta-da! Oh, there you go. Get off that. It's reversible, and there you have a 5 in a row or gomoku game board, and the pieces are also included in this set. So, very nice magnetic set. Easy to bring around, easy to afford. Did I mention that I have the rules for this game? If you go to ancientchess.com, you can download this booklet for free. It tells you all about how to play. And if you go to that website, you also find every kind of instruction, even videos and pictures, whatever you need to help you understand this game. Okay, now here's a kind of a luxury set. It's not too expensive, but it's pretty special. Look at that. This is a foil actually with, I don't know if you probably can't see it, but it's got little figures barely embossed in it. It's decorative. You can see it nicely like this, but if you see it a little closer, well, you know, it's even nicer. Anyway, let me show you the pieces. They're glass pieces, and they go on the board nicely like this. The figure is actually placed into the piece and colored, like, how do you say it? There's a groove that it goes in, you know what I mean? And well, anyway, you can see it's a beautiful piece. It's like little gems sitting on this, you know, golden field. So you can imagine the special feeling you get of playing with this or just displaying it. These pieces can be a little difficult to see unless you look at them right from the top. In other words, if you're playing on it, it can be a little bit obscure, like what's what without kind of peering over it. For that reason, I've also provided this board with standard wooden pieces. Now the wooden pieces are not nice. They're just actually vintage pieces. They're probably from the 70s, but they fit well with this set. And if you're serious about your game, you might prefer the wooden pieces just because they're very easy to see. And of course, they're all easy to handle, and they all look good on a beautiful golden board. Let me show you some more interesting stuff. Okay, let's talk about size. This is a big one, okay? Big rosewood pieces. These are nice. They feel good to handle, the little hockey pucks. They go on this great big fold-out board. This set, by the way, would be too big for the wooden board that I showed you. You've got to get the board. If you're matching up boards and pieces, make sure you check the measurements. And whenever I sell pieces, I tell what size the pieces and the boards are and everything, so it's easy to cross from one to the other. Anyway, just to give you a visual on this, here are these pieces, bone, on this board. Of course, they don't go boom because this is a soft surface, but boom, boom, big pieces on a big board. Okay. Very nice set. Here's another set of special interest. This is beautifully displayed. Stereoscopic Chinese chess. What could that possibly mean? It means it's three-dimensional. Look at that special case, little ribbon to help you get the thing out of the case. Once you get the thing out of the case, this board is only 10 inches long once it's open. But the whole point of it is you've got these beautiful little metal figures that actually stand up and show who they are. It's friendly to both Chinese and Western players because you can really see what they are. No language barrier per se, you just have to learn the game. And they're a horse and elephant. They're beautiful little guys. This set actually comes in two sizes. This happens to be the smaller size, the 10-inch board. Also comes with a 14-inch board, which has proportionally, larger pieces. And I'll mention that in the larger board, the pieces are more detailed. If you look at the pictures carefully when the listing, you'll see that they're larger. Let's go on now to one more set I want to show you. Okay, this is just another little luxury set. Small. I think this is ideal for like somebody's study or office. We want to have a Chinese chess set on hand. Also looks very nice. And it looks even nicer, of course, when you open it up and look at the pieces. The pieces are this amber and black agate. And of course they fit nicely on the board. It's a small board, but it's certainly good size for actually playing a game. And it's out of the way enough so that you can just sit comfortably anywhere. I would like to just have this set all set up ready to play and just on a shelf somewhere and then bring it down whenever somebody wants to see it or play a little game over lunch. Anyway, very nice set, very classy. Okay, thanks again for checking us out. I've also got videos about how to play the game for those who are interested. My Ancient Chess website talks about the history of the game. And that's it for now. I'm Rick, Ancient Chess.